Hey, what's happening, you guys? Welcome to the Thursday morning First Steps training. It's been such an incredible series to have a group of our GUS leaders, some of the millionaire team members, some of the president's team members, host these calls over the past couple of months. So we have led up to this point where we have this incredible arsenal of ridiculous first steps trainings, right? And some of you might have been, if you were lucky enough, you were on a call just a few weeks ago that millionaire team member Tricia Matthews hosted. So it was so fire, and there was such a demand for her training, like, yo, let me get a copy of that training. Or, what were those slide decks that you had? Because I feel like with every single trainer that came on, like the first steps training game was elevated, it was expanded, and you just got to see the unique ways around use, wear, talk, and around the marketing plan, and around the first steps that we give our brand new distributor. You got to see the unique ways that each leader really takes on building their Herbalife business and passing it on. So it's super cool that we have the honor and the prestige to have millionaire team member Tricia Matthews, one half of the incredible distributorship with her husband, D. Matthews. Both of them are just this powerhouse couple that came in from day one, blazing this epic trail inside of Herbalife. So the fact that they've built a business that does $1 million a year, you guys, right? $1 million a year. They're here to teach us just some of the fundamentals and some of the philosophy that has helped get them to that place. But not only that, you can't build a millionaire team business by yourself. It's all about bringing people with you. It's all about empowering people to be the best version of themselves. And they've done such a great job of that. So we actually have Tricia, who's going to be teaching her first steps training. And we're recording it here today. And she's actually going to be teaching the final session of this live version of the first steps training. So you guys are a part of history right now. You guys are on such an incredible call. And I'm so glad that we get to record this moment in history. Please mute out. Thank you. We get to record this and document it so that we're able to actually pass it on to our team. So one of the things that I wanted to share before I pass it to our lovely host, because I want her to have all of the time and I want her to have all of the undivided attention. So make sure as I'm wrapping this up, you get your pens ready, you get your pads ready. Turn off any distractions so that you can completely hone into this training. Send off any of your last text messages to your team and your distributors to get them on this call. But one of the things I'm going to say is, we're going to share an arsenal of trainings with myself, 7.5 Mil team Nicole Lakin, President's team member Sharif Taiwo, and any of the recordings of the first steps training. And the way that you can utilize it as a distributor is, you can either create your own, right? Or if you're like, you know what, I want to use and pass on the videos of some of these leaders, you can take these recordings. And if you have a distributor that you sign up, you can literally choose the first steps training, one or two or all, that you feel will most resonate with that distributor who you signed up, because you may see Tricia Matthews in that distributor. You may see Sharif Taiwo or Nicole Lakin or Celeste Richmond or whoever in that distributor. And you can now take that video recording and in real time pass it on to them so that your new people are stimulated and have a call to action immediately when you sign them up. So that is the intention of these series, not to mention in the near future, Get Uncomfortable Squad will be creating an actual video that is a first steps training video. That'll come in the future. But for now, we have these incredible recordings. So without further ado, to close out this series of live first steps training, right? We have the privilege to hear millionaire team member Tricia Matthews, who is just so structured, so well put together. Not only that, like so thorough with these slide decks and these trainings. When you talk about a woman who operates with intention and clarity, that is Tricia. And so I'm ready. I have my notepad right here. I hope you do too. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and I want to pass it to millionaire team member Tricia Matthews.
Thank you. I'm so excited. I can't believe I'm doing the last call. It makes me feel like I really have to deliver right now. So here we go. I am Trisha Matthews. My husband and I started our business almost exactly 4 years ago. And I just remember when I started, there were some things that I was missing right from the beginning, but the company provided everything. It was just a matter of me being able to find it. And I've always felt like, I always want to make sure that my people know that they have all this stuff right up front and doesn't take them like a month or two to find it. Because if they know up front what they have, then they can be powerful right from the beginning. They don't have to take time to search for it. They don't have to, wonder what they have or even ever doubt that this is like the best business in the world to have. So I take the time to provide a map to the resources so that every distributor can feel empowered right from the beginning. So for myself, when we started, Dee was working full-time in the prison. I was working at home, and I had 2 jobs from home, one full-time, one part-time. I was running a call center for Best Buy, and I was also teaching from home, like remotely, for the University of Phoenix and Western International University. And then I was also doing my accounting business. I also had my real estate license. So just doing a little bit of everything. But at the end of the day, we still couldn't make ends meet. So when Dee started this business and I saw the marketing plan, it was real clear that there were no loopholes or tricks that I could make the money that I wanted to make right from the beginning if I put the work in. So right out the gate, we were just like, okay, let's just do it. The money's there. All we really got to do is sell the products. We didn't really think about everything else. We didn't know everything else. So the more we knew, the more we made. And the one thing that I did figure out right away was that the website had absolutely everything. There were lots of tools, and there was no reason for me to not succeed. So first of all, before I get into this, I just want to know, and if you are, please unmute yourself and tell me if there's anyone on the call who's a new distributor in the last 30 days. Can you unmute yourself and let me know that?
Yes, my name is Lilia Castillo, and I'm new.
Okay, awesome. Anybody else? All right, cool. So what I want to say, first of all, is I'm not your upline. That's clear. You know who signed you up. But what I'm going to give you is nothing that your upline doesn't have access to and wouldn't approve of you having access to. These are the things that the company gives us. These are all things that are available to every distributor. It's not special for people in my line. It's not special for people that I signed up. So just take anything back that I give you. If you like it, if you love it, if you think you want to do it, take it back to your upline and say, hey, I like this. If I do this, can you support me in this? Because the most important thing is having the support of your upline in your business. So whatever you're doing, you just really want to let that person know, hey, this is what I'm doing. Or this is what I like to do. Are you cool with that? Or can you support me if I do this? And I'll tell you why when I get to that part of it. So first of all, there are tools that we have in the business. So every business person, every profession, any job that you go to, they always give you right up front, here are your tools to do your job. Or if you're starting a business, it's like, all right, you got to have your tools before you start your business. Everyone's got a list of things they need to start their business. When we come into Herbalife, no one says like, oh, hey, before you start Herbalife, you need to have all these things. So you're excited, you love it, you like the products, you want to make some money, you sign up. And you're in a business, and it's really important first to get your tools together so that you can be successful long term. You can be successful short term without your tools, but nobody wants to be a here today, gone tomorrow kind of success. We all want to make the money that we're going to make and continue to make it for years to come. So let's start with some of these tools. And again, just talk to your upline about this if you don't already have these things and if you want to have them. So when you go into myherbalife.com, which is our first tool, so I didn't even put that on there because it's like the given. We all know that we log in there, we place our orders, but there's a lot of gold in that website that we don't all know about. So I'm going to go over some of those gold nuggets that I've managed to dig up and line up for all my new distributors. And if you're not using all of these, just make a note of it and take some time and explore them. So first of all, it's our Go Herbalife website. It's the website where your clients can go and look at the products, and they don't have to just take your word for it. This website has evolved so much in the 4 years that I've been here. When I first started, it was like you could go on there, you can order. There's like some generic videos that were there that people could go and look at, some product results shares that they can go and see. But now it's evolved so much where it's like a full support system for every client. So if you're doing retail sales, you really want to have a Go Herbalife website. Number one, it kind of backs you up on whatever you say. It makes you look more professional to a new client who might not necessarily know you. Like you're telling someone, hey, I'm a distributor, you know, I want to help you, I'm going to put you on this meal plan. They're looking at you like, who are you and why should I listen to you? And then it's like, hey, check out my website, look at this or that. You can direct them to a certain page, and then let's talk later. Now, the website looks so professional. Everything is there. The labels to the products are there. So people say, what's in it? It's like, go to that product. You'll see a little PDF thing that says label. Click on that, and you can look at the actual label. That has done so much for me over the years where I don't have to go and explain anything to people. I say, I got great results. I get people great results. If you want to know ingredients, go to my website. And they do. Aside from that, they can play around with their cart. They can put things in their cart and see how much it costs and, you know, take things back out. It's just their place to go and just have fun, look at everything. People get excited when they go there. They're looking and they're thinking, oh my gosh, I need that too. She didn't tell me they had this. And they start thinking about other things that they need. I've had people order things that I didn't recommend to them because they saw it on the website, things that they've heard of out in the world, and now they see it on my website, and it's like, oh my gosh, you have everything here. So definitely get your website set up. You're going to go to customers. A menu is going to drop down, and you'll see admin and setup. You click that, and it literally walks you through it. It takes less than 5 minutes, and you've got this full professional website to grow your business from. So definitely do that. And then when you're done with that, you're going to activate your loyal customer program because you want your customers, I got an echo. You want your customers to be able to earn gifts and prizes for staying on their meal plan. So with this, you're going to activate it. You're going to tell your customers, hey, as soon as you go to my website, you register and then register for my loyal customer program. When you place your order, you'll start earning points that will get you free gifts later on. You can even choose the gifts that you want when that time comes. And when they do that, it's going to motivate them to place their next order. So they place their first order. It says you have 100 points. When you get your next order, I'll send you the cup, the mug, the towel, whatever it was you chose, I'm going to send you that. And so they have some intrinsic, which is self-motivation to go ahead and place that second order, even if you don't follow up, which, you know, you want to be a great coach and follow up with them, and I'll get to that next. So you've got your loyal customer program set up, and you're telling all your clients to register at your website and sign up for your loyal customer program. The next one is your wellness profile. So you're going to, again, all you got to do is click on that link that's showing right there. It's going to say activate my wellness profile. You'll click on that. And now you have a whole new set of resources for every client. So you no longer have to make up a meal plan for each client. You don't have to give them tons of recipes. You can, but you don't have to. You don't have to have a fit camp for them to go to. You don't have to be a trainer and give them a workout. When they fill out the wellness profile, it's going to give them a meal plan, a set of food recipes that fit within their meal plan, a set of shake recipes to help them make their shake more fun and exciting, and a full 7-day workout that includes like rest days, cardios, all the different body parts that goes along with the goals that they've said they have. And what it does for you when they fill that wellness profile out, it gives you information. So it'll say, hey, your new client filled out a wellness profile. You go and look at it. It says this person currently weighs 180 pounds. They want to weigh 150 pounds. So when your clients are filling out the wellness profile, now you can go back to them and say, hey, client, I see that you want to lose 30 pounds. We can get that done. We can do it within the next 2 weeks. The meal plan you have will work. It's awesome. let's get you your shakes and the tablets that'll help you with that goal. Now you're not just recommending products because you want the money. You're recommending products because they have a goal. And it helps you be a better coach where you're more supportive and you're really just helping them with their goals, not just trying to build your business off of them. And that always makes people feel really focused and driven when it's like everything she's telling me to do is because I told her that I want this. So activate your wellness profile and tell all of your clients, whether they're buying their plan or not, hey, go and fill out this wellness profile, because that could lead to them buying their plan. All right. So where are you going to get these clients from? I keep saying, tell all your clients, like everyone's just got tons of clients. So every new distributor has access to some sort of internal funnel. Please speak with your coach and figure out which ones are available to you in your city. I'm sorry, guys, I'm just trying to find out who's not muted. Please mute yourselves. Got that one. All right. Everyone's got some of these things available to them locally. And if you don't, it's just an opportunity for you to create it, because the things that are there, it's not because the company did it, it's because some distributor was driven and they created it. And you might have to be that driven distributor in your city or in your neighborhood if these things aren't available to you. So social media, most of us have it. If you don't, absolutely venture out, start an account, start adding friends, family, people in your neighborhood, things like that, because it allows you, it becomes, for me, my social media is my resume. I'm posting on a daily basis, workouts, meals, my family, my friends. I'm showing people that I'm a good person, I'm trustworthy, I'm consistent. I'm showing them that by keeping my social media active and posting every day. So when I meet a new person, whether it's on social media or not, I direct them to my social media, because people only spend money where they feel comfortable and safe. And so they get to see me and they see that I'm a good person. I've got a family, I've got a husband, I got lots of clients saying, oh my gosh, thank you, I lost more weight. I'm showing befores and afters of all my people. And they get to see me and feel like, okay, I feel safe working with her. I feel like she's gonna get me results because I see all the other people that got results. So make your social media your resume. Consistently post your clients, your own results. Consistently post your activities on a daily basis. If you're working out, just even a quick picture saying, getting my workout in right now. If you can shoot a little quick short video of you working out, that's even better. But you just want to show people that you are about this life and you're not just like somewhere selling them product, but you're not really living it. So that's the purpose of my social media. I also get leads there also, but it's definitely a good thing to have. Fit camps, if you have one in an area, it's a good way for you to identify people who want to be healthier or more fit. If you invite somebody down to work out and they come, it's a good chance they'll be open to getting on a meal plan because they're seeking out a more fit and healthy lifestyle. Weight loss challenges, again, the same thing. Someone who says, yes, I want to be in a weight loss challenge, they are definitely open to you helping them lose some weight because that's their goal. Social events and grand openings. When you first start your business, or even when you haven't first started your business, just recently, 4 years into our business, my husband and I were both posting, we have this new awesome website, message below if you want the link. And people were messaging like crazy, give me the link, give me the link. All I was giving them was my link to my Go Herbalife and saying, go here, register, and then complete the wellness profile, and you'll get free recipes, workouts, and a meal plan. And people were like crazy logging on. What that told me is that these people want goals. And then it gave me specifics on what their goals were. So I was able to turn over a few leads who had been watching me for a while into clients because they went and filled out this wellness profile. 2 last week, 1 this week so far. So 3 new clients who are already watching me, but because I was able to invite them to my new website and have them fill out this wellness profile, now they're on products. So definitely a grand opening doesn't have to be because you just started. It can be because you're doing something new in your business. It could be you just up-leveling, like I'm taking this business more serious. I want to help more people. And so you put it out there. Then the same with social events. You can go to any social event, branded, with samples, and you can meet people there. Because this business is a people business. All we want to do is meet lots of people and then find out what their goals are and help them. So at a social event, it could be like a community fair. It could be my kids play sports. So at the kids' soccer games, I'm just meeting everybody. I'm meeting all the other parents. And I got my button on, and they're going to see me week to week. Hopefully, either they work up the courage to ask me, or I'm going to give them more opportunities to ask me from week to week because I'm constantly seeing them. Business in services, all we do is we go out to a business, say, hey, my name is Trisha. I'm a health coach. I would love to come out and bring a free lunch for you and your staff. I'll just need about 10 minutes of your time during your lunch break to give everybody their lunch and then explain to them what I'm giving them. Is that okay with you? And most companies will say yes. No one's going to turn down a free lunch. No one's going to say, no, 10 minutes is too much time for me to bring you a free lunch. They're like, cool, I can do it. We got a whole hour for lunch, so I'll give you 10 minutes of it. And then when you get there, all you're really doing is explaining to them the purpose of the shakes, and then kind of getting a gauge for who they are. So I like to do a conversation, kind of talk to each person. Have you had this shake before? No. Do you drink shakes at all? Do you work out? What do you usually have for lunch? And I'm just talking to the people that I'm giving the shakes to for about 10 minutes. And I try to be prompt so they don't feel like you said 10 minutes, but you took 30. So I try to keep it in 10 minutes. Usually I can explain the shakes in 1 minute, and the other 9 is just really talking to them to try to build a relationship so that they can feel comfortable talking to me about getting on a plan. At the end, I leave them with a catalog or 2 for the office, depending on how many people are there. And then I give each individual person my flyer or card, depending on which one I'm using at the moment, because I use both. And so that they've got my information personally, and they have a catalog that's there that's a constant reminder of me. And then I try to follow up week to week with those people and say, hey, I was out last week. Did anybody have any questions? Did anybody want more shakes, or anything like that? And then it's just me constantly following up and staying in communication with them to turn it into business. The goal at an in-service is always to get one person in that office to say yes. So if you bring 8 shakes and one person says yes, you won. Because that one person will be a constant reminder for everybody else. That one person might become your distributor, who then sells shakes to everyone else later on. And that one person will also show everyone else what's possible when they start to either get results, more energy, whatever it is, their goal that they're looking for. So one person in every office is what I always seek when I'm doing in-services. Like I said, invitations, flyers, and ads. I do all of them, not all at the same time. So if I'm on flyers right now, you guys might see D out passing out flyers, and we try to keep with anything that we're doing. We try to stick with it for 90 days. So if I'm doing flyers, I want to be consistently putting flyers out there, and I want to make sure that the information on the flyer is constant, because some people will take your flyer, hold on to it, and not use it for a month, 2, 3, they'll just have it. So you want to make sure that you're putting current information that you'll keep. Don't put a burner phone, if you have a pay-as-you-go cell phone, you don't want to put that on there and then next month you don't have that phone number anymore. You don't want to put an email address on there and then a month later you're not using that email. You came up with a new, cooler email to use, because then what happens is now your people that you gave flyers to a month ago are like, oh, let me hit her up, and you don't use that email anymore because now you're HerbaFit24 Trisha. No. Whatever email you put on that email, stick with it, because people will find you when they're ready. But if you change it, they can't find you anymore. And then shakes and spa events. We do shake parties. We do spa parties. I recently am going, not recently, but in the near future, I'm going to take on doing a event at my home for my community, because people in my community are like, oh, your club's too far. So I'm going to start doing something in my community at my house where people can come through. We might do a quick little workout, maybe we used to do driveway and park workouts. So we might do something like that, and then have shakes at the house, and just once a week, just enough time for me to have consistent exposure with the people. So I don't need to do 5 workouts a week. I only need to see my people once a week, just to keep them plugged into me and keep a pulse of my business. I want to know if people are getting bored, if they're not on their plan, if they're still excited. Because everything else, they can find it online. They can go to my website, they can get workouts. I don't have to work out with them every day, but I do want to keep in touch. So that's something new that I'm going to be doing. We've been working with our people, our downline here in Arizona, and doing a breakfast club. So right now we've got 2, and our goal right now is to have at least 5 of them by the end of the year. And what a breakfast club is basically you can set it up as a nutrition club out of your home. And so Herbalife does, you don't have to register it, but you can set it up in your POS system. And you advertise to your people in your community. They can come by, they can buy a shake and tea, and that's it. Like, they're not hanging out, they're not working out. I also have my downline like set it up where their people can either message or text them and order it in advance so it's ready. So you'll see pictures of my downline and delivering shakes out to people's car in front of their house. It's their breakfast club. All it's doing is identifying people in your community who want to be healthier. And these are people that you can later on put on plans. And it's creating daily volume for you. If you get people every day and they come buy their shake and tea from you, you get to document that volume. So you won't see, one of my downline that have a breakfast club going a week without their volume moving. It's moving every day because they're selling shakes and teas on an individual basis every day. The cool thing about a breakfast club is that it's like no cost to start. If you have like a shelf and a table in your house, take some of your empty bottles, make a little quick setup in case people do want to come in and get it. If whatever your closest room is to your front door, put a bookshelf there, put some products there, plug in a blender, and just be ready. It's like no money, literally under $100, get you going. You have a nutrition club and you're making money and getting volume. So, all right. So the next one of your huge tools that you need to get, and I'm not going to give it to you all up front because it's overwhelming and then you don't remember it, but it's your product knowledge. And the way you get your product knowledge really is by having experience with the products. So take a minute, learn your whole catalog. Every time you've got some extra money, buy a new product so that you can learn about that product, how it feels, how it tastes, what you use it for, things like that. And then the other way to learn product knowledge is by stories. So every person you meet that's on a product, you want to talk to them and find out what their issues were before Herbalife and what products do they use. And if you hear one that you're not familiar with, if someone's like, oh yeah, I absolutely always use my Mega Garlic. It's like, oh, what's that? Why do you use that? Like, what's it for? And hopefully they can answer you. And if not, then, you just got to go ask some more people. But you'll get the knowledge from other distributors and clients. You'll get the knowledge from the websites, got some awesome product knowledge. There's videos. The doctors do a lot of videos to give you knowledge on the products. So you just have to go out and seek it. Go in My Herbalife. You can Google the product, and you can Google the product, and then you can click on the links that pop, not Google, but search bar on your My Herbalife, and you can click on the links that pop up giving you information. You might see videos, you might see PDFs, you might see PowerPoints, but you've got that at the tip of your fingers all the time, all the knowledge you could possibly need. All right, so your follow-up tools, everyone's got to have one. You can't run a business without a way to track and follow up with your leads, clients, distributors, preferred members, etc. So the 3 options that I always present right up front, and people sometimes come up with their own thing, and that's cool. But if you have like no idea how to track and follow up with your people, I always present these 3 options. So again, right in My Herbalife, in that website, you go to customers and you hit on contacts. And you've got a list of anyone who's ever logged into your website, and you can also add people there. So I like to add my leads there. And what I can do is I can go into any lead, and it gives me, if you look at here, there's a schedule a follow-up button. You can look at all their receipts, like their order history. So I can see order history. I can see any appointments I've got with them. I can invite them to shop at my website. I can invite them to join my loyalty program. And if I'm on my phone, I can even call them from here. So right now this is grayed out because this was on my computer screen. But when I log into my Herbalife on my phone and I pull up a contact, I can actually call that contact if I've got their phone number directly from within this website. And then when it's done, I'll jump back to the screen and I can log pretty much information about what happened on that phone call. So if I called up, let's say I'm on Nicole, I'm on my phone, so I call Nicole up. I'm like, hey girl, how you doing? Nicole just had a baby. So I'm like, how are you and the baby? I know you didn't want to start while you were pregnant, even though it's perfectly safe for you and baby. But I think you should really get going now, because right after the baby's the best time to get the weight off. Your body's like ready to let it go. You know, let's get you started. And she says, I would love to. My husband gets paid next Friday. So let's talk next week and we'll get going. What I could do is, after I get off the phone with her, I'm like, awesome, cool. I'll give you a call next Wednesday and we can start to prepare for your order on Friday. When I hang up the phone, it jumps right back to the screen and I can hit this schedule a follow-up and I can put in there, call Nicole back to set up order. Her husband gets paid on Friday. And I can set that as an appointment for next Wednesday. So next Wednesday, I go and I log in, I click on my contacts, and it'll show me that I should call Nicole on that day. And then I have the option again to just click on her name, hit call, and I'm on the phone with her again. So it's a dope system. Just play with it. What I usually like to do is I have my new distributors give me at least 3 people that they think they're going to talk to like immediately. And I say, come on, give me, who do you think that like right away off the bat that you're going to talk to? I just did this with a girl on Monday. She said, my mom. Okay, awesome. Let's put your mom in the system. So we put her mom in the system, and then we sent her mom an invitation to her Go Herbalife site. And it was just like, hey, Mom, I got my website up and running. I'm ready to go. I'd love to get you on your meal plan. Let's talk within the next day or 2 about what you want to get started with. And it was just like, done. And she was just like, oh, my God, that was easy. So you can do this with your new person, just like, hey, let's get it set up. Let's start putting some people in here. Let's start getting your website out there, letting people know that you're ready and you're open for business. And then you use this as a way to track and follow up with those people consistently. The other thing about this is that you can send out regular emails to all of your contacts. So I do about 3 or 4 a week, like every other day for the most part, where I'm just giving them information. So it might be meal plan stuff, recipes, workouts, just information about getting healthy and getting fit. And I do that right from in here. So I know that if I've got a contact in here, they're hearing from me several times a week. So my contact will never think to themselves, you know, I remember this one girl told me about Herbalife, and I think I want to do that now. Let me go on IG and find someone to sign up with. They'll remember that I'm the girl that told them, or Dee's the guy that told them. They've got the website, they know how to reach us, and they'll order from us when they're ready. So it's a really good way to keep your contacts close to you so that you don't lose them just because they couldn't find you at the moment when they were ready to start. All right, this binder is another follow-up method that I do. I really love this one. It's simple if you're not really a computer kind of person, because for the My Herbalife, you've got to go online. So if you don't always have access to a good internet connection, the binder is super simple and you can keep it with you. So it's a regular 2-inch binder. I've got these tabs in there that are labeled 1 to 31. And what I do with the tabs is I'm either putting someone's wellness profile, or either just a sheet of paper where I'm writing down information about this person. And I've got at the top of it their name, their contact info, and then just info, notes about them. And if today's the 31st, so if I spoke to someone today and, you know, I followed up with them and they're like, yeah, everything's great. Let's go back to that same person. She's Nicole. She said, my husband gets paid next Friday. What I would do is I would check the date for Wednesday, the day that I want to talk to her again. So next Wednesday is the 6th. And I would take her sheet of paper, I would put it under the tab number 6. And I do that for every person that I'm talking to. So on today's date, on the 30th, or the 31st, I'm gonna open number 31. I'm gonna see whose papers are there. I'm gonna hit up all those people. So I'm like, okay, you're here. I must have put you here for a reason. Let me follow up with you. And it's not always follow up like, hey, you ready to place your order? I might have put them there because I want to just keep in contact with them. So I might just hit them up and say, hey, how are you doing today? Usually what I'll do is I'll check their social media to see what they're currently posting, and I'll hit them up about what they're currently posting. So if they just posted today, my daughter's first day of school, I'm going to message them like, oh my gosh, your daughter is so cute. I hope she has a great day at school. I just don't want these people to forget about me, and I also don't want to forget about them. So I keep them moving through my calendar or through my binder through the days of the month, and then each month as a new month starts, it's like the same numbers. We're just keeping everybody moving. If you don't take people out of your binder, then you won't lose track of them. If someone tells you like, hey, leave me the hell alone, don't message me anymore, I don't want Herbalife, I don't want to talk to you, then you're like, oh, okay, let me take your page out of the calendar part. But then what I like to do is put them in the very back of it, which is an archive, because I'm going to follow up with you again in about 2 months, and I'm just going to remember to not talk about Herbalife. I'm going to write it down. Like this person said, leave me the hell alone, they don't want to talk to me. So when I follow up in about a month or two, I'm going to go to their social media, see what they're posting, and be like, hey, how are you doing? I just saw you posted this. Like, oh, that's so cool. All right, just checking on you. And I'm not going to say Herbalife. Why? Because people know that I sell Herbalife. I don't have to ask everybody to sign up or buy a product. They know who I am. They know what I do. And so once I've introduced that to them, I can just talk to them about them and build a relationship without trying to sell products every time. So that's the binder. And then if you are a spreadsheet kind of person, a spreadsheet's another awesome way. It's really small, so you probably can't see it. But what I've got is the date that I added them to my spreadsheet. Oops. And then I've got their next follow-up date. Let me give it to the previous one. Did it again. Their next follow-up date. So I know how long I've been following up with them. I know the next time I need to follow up with them. Which social media do I have them on? Their social media name, and then their real name, their email address if I have it. And if I've got their email address, I throw them into my contacts in Go Herbalife, in my Herbalife as well. And then just some other things like how many invites have I done, like things like that. So if I've done, what we do is we keep 5 up there, because just research shows that you've got to hit people up 5 times before they even listen to you. So I want to know that I've been inviting you to different things. So what I've got here is like, this one says team call. So there's like, have I invited you to the team call? Have I invited you to a fit camp? Have I invited you to a shake party, to a spa party, down to the STS for the free section? So I want to invite them to many different things. Because if I invited you to a team call and you didn't show up and you didn't say to me like, oh, I'm not busy, I'd like to come next time, maybe a team call is not your thing. If I invited you to a shake party and you didn't show up, maybe there was something about the shakes that was intimidating, so you didn't want to come right away for that. If I invited you to fit camp and you didn't come and you didn't like not tell me why you weren't coming, maybe you're just not confident working out in a group of people. So this happened with a mom and daughter pair that I recently did. I had invited them to everything. Their 5th invite was a spa party. They showed up, they were there, they were excited, they wanted the products, like everything was awesome. So you just got to make sure you're inviting to several different things. And when you look at a lead, it's like, why didn't this lead close with me yet? Maybe you haven't invited them to the right thing, or maybe it's just not their time. You just need to keep following up. So the spreadsheet template, let's see. Yes, I can do that. What I'll do is I'll put it in the tab team chat so all the tab team members have it and can disseminate that to their downline and stuff. All right, so those are the 3 choices that I have for follow-up. I usually ask people up front, like, which one best works with you? And if they'll say, oh, I'm a binder type of person, I make a note of it. And I'm like, cool. So next time I talk to you, I'm like, hey, so do you have your binder? I did that with my downline, she was killing the business, but her follow-up, wasn't really happening like that. So she said she's going to do the binder. I hit her up. I said, hey, let me get a picture of your binder. She's like, oh, wait, my binder? Yeah, she told me she had a binder. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, just send me a picture of it. So she didn't have the tabs 1 through 31 in her binder. So she had a binder, but just a binder with random info is not as organized and won't keep you on task as having those tabs. So what she did was the next day she ran out and bought the tabs and organized her binder, and then she sent me a picture. So ask people to choose. Like, what are you going to do? Ask them to commit to something. If they seriously want a business, they need to have a follow-up method. All right. So after I've given them all the tools, and those things that I said are all just tools, and after I've done that, now I want to go over this person's business plan. Not everyone has the same goals. For me, because my goal right from day one was Founder Circle, I feel like everyone who signs up should want Founder Circle. When I first saw the marketing plan and I read the whole thing, I said, oh my goodness, I want to be Founder Circle. And I started like pinpointing people and saying, this person's going to be a Press team member and this person's going to be a Press team member. And these are the people that are going to create my 10 for Founder Circle. And this was like when I was, I think, a senior consultant. So it's important to figure out what people's goals are, because for me, I absolutely assume that everyone wants to at least go to Press team. Like, who wouldn't want to do that? But some people really don't. Some people love their jobs that they're currently in. Some people really just love their simple lifestyle. And the thing about going all the way and going next level, like there are absolutely sacrifices that people have to make to be able to go next level. And some people just aren't willing to make those sacrifices. And that's okay. But I need to know up front what their goals are so that I can help them according to their goals, not according to my goals for them. So right away, I want to find out from someone what their income goal is. And this changes over time, absolutely. But I want to know, how much money do you want to earn in your business? And they'll say, you know, most people will say something like $500 or $1,000. I had one lady was like $5,000. I was like, dope. You know what I mean? It just tells me that you want to go a little bit further. So if someone says $500, I'm like, cool, we're going to get you the supervisor, and that's a comfortable space where you can consistently earn $500. If someone says $5,000, I'm like, all right, we got to get you to like Get Team 2.5. Get Team is where you'll be able to consistently earn $5,000. So now the pin that I'm telling them is not because I need them to be at that pin. It's because they have an income goal, and this is the pin that's going to get you to your income goal. So after the last time, someone asked me the question, how do I know what pin they need to be at for their income goal? There's like several ways within My Herbalife. They tell you that at this pin level, you'll earn about this much money. So look for that information.